To another blazing fast edition of Mythic's 4 Cyclonic Minutes, where we'll be discussing Tropical Storm Claudette for the second time. Its current location is 41.4 north, 61.3 west, and it's barely a tropical storm at 40 miles per hour and a pressure of 1,005 millibars. Its motion is moving to the northeast at 21 miles an hour, and it has a CDPS rating of only 6, which basically means a very minimal threat from this system. Stage 1. Here's the forecast track, and it's not expected to last long. It's expected to be absorbed by an extratropical cyclone to the north and west of this system before it even gets to the Maritimes. The current satellite imagery of Claudette shows a very sheared system with only a little burst of thunderstorms to the north and east of the system. Other than that, it's a completely exposed cyclone. Here it is on BD imagery, and you can almost say that the thunderstorms on the left, not associated with this cyclone, are actually better looking than the thunderstorms actually being produced by the cyclone, which is quite interesting. Sea surface temperatures where the tropical storm Claudette is not good, to say the least. 22 degrees Celsius at best, and it's only going to be running into colder and colder waters, which would suggest weakening in a transition to extratropical cyclone. However, the shear has almost certainly calmed down since the last 12 hours, and it appears to be calming. So maybe the shear's starting to back off a little bit, but if the sea surface temperatures aren't there, the storm's not going to strengthen. Here it is on water vapor imagery, and it does not appear that dry air is going to be an issue with this storm at all. Now we're going to switch our focus to the models. Here's the GFS model. Here is Tropical Storm Claudette right here, as we'll take you forward. And GFS is expecting it to be totally absorbed by pretty much 48 hours, with the cyclone becoming dependent here at 24. The CMC model, again, here is Claudette. Takes the storm off to the north and east and has it absorbed before it even gets to the Maritimes. The ECMWF, which provides a completely different picture, does not even show Tropical Storm Claudette. Now, this is not Claudette here. That's a different blow. Does not even show Claudette at all. So clearly the models are not saying this storm's going to be around for much longer. Okay, going back now. Here are our main points. Pretty much the same as last time. Tropical Storm Claudette poses no threat to the US and, quite frankly, basically no threat to Canada either. It'll affect Newfoundland, and Nova Scotia as a very weak extratropical system. High wind shear will continue to weaken. Sea surface temperatures continue to weaken. Absolutely no further intensification expected. And again, impacts in the Canadian Maritimes expected to be minor at best. Elsewhere in the world, we have 4 active systems elsewhere. Let's start with Hurricane Dolores, which is just off the Mexican coast, and it's actually expected to become a major hurricane in the next 36 hours. Then we have Tropical Storm Enrique, which is actually intensified despite being over marginal sea surface temperatures at best. Then we have the annular wannabe Typhoon Nanka, which could potentially pose a threat to the Kyoto area in Japan as a significant typhoon. And then we also have Typhoon Halola, which doesn't look impressive on satellite, but apparently has winds of 100 miles per hour, despite it, although it's very small and moving rather quickly, so it doesn't get that high of a rating on the CDPS. The next update, and probably final update, is going to be around midnight tonight. See you then.